Hello. So I'm doing something today that has terrified me for a very long time. I have been challenged by my coach, and I'm a coach, and every good coach should have their own coach, because there's many layers of stuff that we want to work on for our own personal goals. I've been challenged to make videos for creating my own YouTube channel, which I've not been a big fan of and terrified of. I have a big fear of being seen. And I know that this comes from a childhood trauma that I had when I was 5 years old and entering grade school. We had to go to the school gymnasium before school started, and there were little stations where each kid had to go and get their eyes checked at one, their ears checked, their throat, all the things, your height, your weight, all these things. And I was a chubby kid. And we had to be in our underwear, which is really weird anyway. Why all the kids had to be in their underwear, but we did, and we went and got checked for everything. And one of the stations happened to be on the stage in the gymnasium. And here I am with the nurse, and she decides to make an announcement and brings me front and center on the stage and announced that I was a prime example of obesity, childhood obesity. I was this chubby kid at 5 years old, and that became a trauma that affected me lifelong. So much so that when I was in high school, I was terrified to do speech class, which we were supposed to do our freshman year, and I put it off till senior year. And I was the only senior in this class of freshmen and still terrified. I think really the teacher passed me because she felt sorry for me, because I just could not get myself to do these speeches. I was terrified. And she didn't know the trauma that I had at 5 years old. And I wasn't even aware at that point that it was related to that trauma. I would learn years later in therapy that, all of this was related. And so that would affect me in other ways later on in life, of this fear of being seen, of being noticed, that there was comfort in not being seen. And that has affected me in so many ways, not just giving speeches or public speaking, which I've done now and overcome. And I've overcome that fear on some levels, but doing this video and being out there for the public to see and hear in such a big way, not that I don't know that this channel is, if it takes off, it's great, but if not, it's okay too. It's really an exercise for me to get over this. And so here I am creating my first video. And I'm also a realtor. I've been in real estate for 25 years, and I've been a coach for 15 years. And it's interesting. Most of my real estate experience has been in luxury property management. And I'm also a Le Cordon Bleu trained chef. So I was their private chef and estate manager for many years for very high profile and high net worth clients. So you can see I've gotten over some levels. But today I'm supposed to go and see a bunch of houses, and they're all $1 million houses, many of which I've kind of, worked in that environment for a long time. And one of them's a $25 million house. And this insecurity started popping in my head. Like, why are you going to see this house? You're never going to have a client or sell a $25 million house, blah, 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 blah. And I started hearing that. And we all have our insecurities. And who knows? Maybe I will have a client for a $25 million house or several $1 million house. But it got me thinking about all the insecurities that we do have, and what blocks us and what keeps us from growing as individuals, and how I've overcome a lot of issues, and how many clients I've helped overcome issues with coaching them to their goals. And I just want to say that if I can do this and talk to people and show $25 million houses, you can do anything. especially after the trauma that I've had of not wanting to be seen. So here's to me overcoming a fear, and my anxiety over that, and wanting to stay small and not be seen. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And if I can do it, you can do it as well. You can do anything that you put your mind to. So thanks for listening. I don't know if anybody's even going to see this, but I'm going to do it and put it out there. And yeah, thanks for listening. And if you see this and it meant anything to you, do give me a thumbs up or a comment that you liked it, or tell me where you're from. I'm in Cabo San Lucas. I live in Cabo San Lucas now, but I've lived all over the world. And yeah, thank you for witnessing me, seeing me. Have a great day.